At the wedding venue, the groom wanted to go to the airport to see off his unrequited love. At the wedding venue, the groom requested a pause. He needed to go to the airport to see off his first love. I was stunned. The wedding is about to start soon, how can the groom leave? Adrian anxiously said, the wedding is just a formality, it doesn't matter who serves as the groom. But if I don't go to the airport now, I'll never see Irene again in this lifetime. Guests entered the venue, family members took their seats, and cameras focused on the stage. I suppressed my emotions and said, this wedding is a marriage alliance, you must consider the dignity of both families. He was silent for a moment, then compromised, then let my sister stand in for me on stage. Rest assured, next week for the marriage registration, I will definitely be there in person. After Adrian left, the wedding proceeded as usual. Later, a video from the scene leaked out. He clung to me persistently, didn't you say I was the only groom? During the wedding rehearsal, Adrian absent-mindedly listened to the MC explain the positions, his mind entirely on his phone. The marriage was his idea, and the wedding was planned single-handedly by him. At this moment, he seemed as if he were being coerced into participating. I felt a vague unease in my heart. As soon as the phone rang, Adrian immediately answered it. He anxiously responded to the other side, wait for me. I'm coming right now. I thought something urgent had happened, and my heart tightened along with it. Pause for a moment, he said to the staff. I must go to the airport right now. What's wrong? What happened? I asked anxiously. Adrian showed a troubled expression. Irene is preparing to return to the United States. I need to go see her off at the airport now. Irene, his unattainable white moonlight first love. I was stunned for a moment, my voice hoarse. The wedding is about to start, how can the groom leave? His face seemed to show reluctance, but he still painfully said, Sylvia, I don't want to hurt you. You know, I love Irene. The nearby staff were all stunned, they had seen countless grooms confess to brides. But a groom confessing to the bride about someone else was probably a first. Countless sympathetic and inquisitive gazes converged on me. I clenched my fists, striving to keep my voice steady. I disagree. The wedding is starting soon, the groom cannot leave. The wedding is just a formality, anyone can do it. He fiercely yanked off the groom's boutonniere, his tone anxious, it's just something for outsiders to see, why do you care so much? If I don't go find Irene now, I'll never see her again in this lifetime. His impatient appearance was like a sharp thorn piercing my heart, causing pain that numbed my entire body. I opened my mouth, but no sound came out. The cameras were already set up, their dark lenses capturing every movement on stage. No, this wedding cannot be abandoned halfway. I pursed my lips, my voice almost pleading, even if not for me. This is a marriage alliance, representing the face of both families. If you leave now, you're slapping the Ching and Fong families in the face. Adrian was silent for a moment. Since you care so much about face, then let my sister stand in for me on stage. He stuffed the boutonniere into the dumbfounded Chloe's hand. I cast aside my pride and grabbed his arm. This wedding is very important to me. Wait until the ceremony is over before going to the airport, consider it my plea. He turned to look at me, his eyes filled with disappointment. Sylvia, you've always been sensible. Otherwise, I wouldn't have chosen you to marry. So it was a selection. In his eyes, I was just a suitable marriage partner. Nothing more. My heart turned to ice, and I slowly released my hand. He quickly turned around. After taking 2 steps, he turned back. He snatched the bouquet from my hand. These are the red roses Irene likes, I want to bring them to her. He saw the moisture in my eyes and mercifully softened his voice. Rest assured, on Monday next week for the registration, I will definitely be there in person. He dashed out of the banquet hall like a bird escaping its cage. Adrian! I couldn't hold back and shouted. But it couldn't stop his figure from disappearing. Many guests had already noticed something was wrong and looked over. Adrian's parents suddenly blocked my way, afraid I would chase after him. What does shouting like that look like? Afraid others don't know the groom ran away? Sylvia, where is your upbringing? With so many people watching you, you can't lose composure. I looked at them somewhat dazed. Not long ago, they had kindly said I was their most satisfactory daughter-in-law, closer than their own daughter. Adrian is right. The wedding is for others to see, don't take it too seriously. Kenny cleared his throat. Eudora chimed in, yes, Sylvia. Not long ago, Irene's family gave your company such a big order, now she's returning to the United States. For reasons of sentiment and propriety, Adrian should go see her off. Although you can't compare to Irene, our family has accepted you as daughter-in-law. You don't have to worry about no one wanting you. The two of them spoke one after another, appearing righteous and eloquent. But they weren't speaking human words. Although it was a marriage alliance, Adrian and I had seriously dated for over a year. Only today did I realize I had overestimated myself and underestimated Irene's weight in the Ching family. She was not only Adrian's white moonlight but also the Ching couple's first choice for daughter-in-law. Irene and Adrian were each other's campus first loves. But the Lee family, an old established clan, looked down on Adrian's small enterprise family and forcibly sent Irene abroad. Adrian was unilaterally dumped. The Ching family's ambition to climb higher branches failed, losing face, so they arranged various blind dates for Adrian. At that time I was also troubled by blind dates. My stepmother, 5 years younger than me, couldn't wait to push me into the marriage pit. Today arranging a second generation with a criminal record and bad temper, tomorrow inviting a middle-aged tycoon divorced for 8 years with a 9-year-old child. My mother's lifelong friend Aunt Olive couldn't stand it and introduced me to her husband's cousin's son, Adrian. Adrian's family was an emerging small enterprise, mine a traditional small factory, they were perfectly matched. Adrian and I decided to help each other. Initially, it was to end the endless market like blind dates. Later, we found getting along was not bad. We partnered to open a company, doing design and sales of pearl products. I handled internal affairs, managing operations. He handled external, pulling investments and selling products. We cooperated tacitly. Soon, the company got on track. Adrian, as founder, gained both fame and fortune. We also officially confirmed our romantic relationship on the company's first anniversary. As the company's scale expanded, the Ching family began urging to hold the wedding. He said, why not try turning from business partners to marriage partners? My father promised me half the company shares as dowry. I was moved. Days with anyone are the same, moreover, his eyes resembled the person in my dreams. Chloe, you're here, we have something to do and are leaving first. Adrian's parents saw me lost in thought and hurriedly left the banquet hall. I sneered, they also knew it was embarrassing. I looked somewhat helplessly at the audience below. My father, with a dark face, took my stepmother and left through the side door. My grandmother sitting aside still looked at me with a smile, unaware of what had happened. I was raised by my grandmother, her greatest wish was to witness my happiness with her own eyes. For this wedding, my grandmother, who hadn't left home in over a decade, traveled over 1,000 miles to attend. The old lady was dressed grandly, sitting early in the first row waiting for the wedding to start. I couldn't let my grandmother come for nothing. This marriage must proceed. Chloe came to me with the boutonniere. She had a good relationship with me, a straightforward girl. Are those three seriously ill? She rolled her eyes, speechlessly saying, this is why I didn't live with them since childhood. If not for your wedding, I wouldn't have flown back from abroad. Good thing I'm smart, I'm leaving tonight. Even looking at them once is too much. Chloe fumed, hands on hips. I took the boutonniere from her hand, the words groom pierced my eyes. Chloe held my hand, sister-in-law, hug me and cry. I gently shook my head, now wasn't the time to cry. First, get past this hurdle. I took a deep breath to suppress my emotions, rubbing the edge of the boutonniere. The groom left, just replace him. A name flashed in my mind. The staff came forward to ask about the next arrangements. Put away the wedding photos. I gripped the boutonniere for courage, I need to see the sign-in list now. The staff nodded, it's at the sign-in table by the door. I lifted the hem of my wedding dress and stepped down the stage step by step, my grandmother's gaze followed my steps. I smiled at her, and she clapped like a child. The MC called to the guests, please find your seats, the wedding starts in 10 minutes. The sign-in book had several pages. I flipped from back to front, scanning the names one by one. Not on this page. Is this wedding still on? Chloe couldn't help asking. I turned the page, not on this one either. Sister-in-law? Turning to the first page, my gaze suddenly froze. I straightened up, adjusted my veil, and calmly answered, yes. Chloe nodded, good, I'll save the day. I'll have the makeup artist do male makeup on me, dim the lights a bit, should be fine. I pressed her shoulder, you still be the bridesmaid. For the groom, I'll replace him with someone else. Guests continued entering the banquet hall. Lights, music, and MC were making final adjustments. I opened my phone, found the gray avatar at the bottom of the contacts. Clicked voice call, and the other side answered instantly. Where? Turn around. I held the phone and dumbly turned back. Ethan leaned against the wall, in a crisp suit, handsome and stylish. He held the phone in one hand, the other holding a bouquet, large clusters of pink-white roses blooming. The flowers were my favorites, and the person was someone I had liked. When Ethan's name appeared on the wedding invitation list, I was bewildered. Adrian said Ethan was his distant cousin, from a wealthy and mysterious low-key family, even invited, he might not come. I inexplicably had a thought that he would definitely come. He had said he would attend my wedding. I took 2 deep breaths to compose myself, lifted my wedding dress, and walked to him. I handed over the groom's boutonniere, interested in being the groom. Ethan raised an eyebrow, serious? I firmly said, truer than pearls. The air thickened. I looked at him anxiously, praying to all gods in my heart. He took the boutonniere from my hand, his voice clear, okay. The next second, he handed over the bouquet. Sylvia, happy wedding. It felt like a feather brushed my heart, time's wrinkles vanished. Ethan and I once worked under the same mentor, often pulling all-nighters on experiments. No matter how late, he insisted on escorting me back to the dorm. When the project was nearing end, it coincided with a senior sister's wedding in the group. Ethan grabbed the bouquet and gave it to me, saying he wanted to attend my wedding in the future. I dazedly asked why. His eyes bright, language light, Sylvia, I like you. I want to be the groom at your wedding. I shyly covered my face, heart pounding like a drum. So this is how it feels to be confessed to by a crush. We confirmed our relationship. On the second day of dating, Ethan bought couple rings, seriously saying we were dating with marriage in mind, marrying after graduation. On the third day of dating, I returned home. A noblewoman dressed in luxury brands sat in the central position on my home sofa. The lady extended her slender fingers, beckoning me over. She condescendingly pinched my chin, while my father and stepmother fawned with smiles. Only then did I learn that Ethan's Qing was from the trillion-yuan Qing group. He was the sole heir of the Qing group. My father never dreamed of connecting with the Qing group in his lifetime. Even a casual leak from their fingernails would fatten our small company. The lady's gaze fell on the ring on my middle finger, revealing a sarcastic smile. For Ethan's path, someone of your background isn't even qualified to be a stepping stone. She flung my face away like discarding trash. I subconsciously wanted to retaliate. My stepmother was quick, skillfully slapping me. I fell to the ground in disarray. The lady disdainfully sked, turning to my father, 1 ring in exchange for contracting contracts for 300 malls under the Qing group. Daniel, what do you think? My father nodded vigorously like a rattle drum, even wanting to kowtow. The noblewoman sneered, contemptuously eyeing the indignation on my face, and hooked her finger. My father immediately understood, transforming into a eunuch with an imperial decree, yanking the ring from my hand. He offered it with both hands, rest assured, no one can block young Master Ethan's path. I indeed didn't dare block the path. I needed my father to pay for my grandmother's high-end nursing home fees. I also needed to protect the company my mother founded before her death. The Mary Sue plot of abandoning family and betraying the world for love only exists in novels. I wouldn't do that. A relationship without a future is better ended early for both. After the lady left, my father supervised me sending a breakup text to Ethan. The reason was that after careful consideration, I felt we weren't suitable, and I was going abroad, not accepting long distance. Ethan called to salvage it, asking if I was serious. I said truer than pearls. He was silent for a long time, asked which school I was studying abroad at. I casually named a country and hung up hastily. Then blacklisted his name. He and I had a limited-time romance, lasting 3 days. The doors opened, I linked arms with Ethan and entered the banquet hall. Spotlights gently enveloped us. Piano music flowed, giving me the illusion that I had never separated from Ethan. In the year of graduation, with both families' consent, we smoothly married. Especially when the MC had the groom introduce himself, the man beside resoundingly said Ethan. Today, many business people were present, murmurs seemed to rise from below the stage. Afraid someone would jump out saying the groom wasn't named that, my breathing became tense. Ethan calmly took the microphone. The printing messed up the groom's name, everyone don't mind. This wedding's bride Sylvia, groom Ethan. Guests who came to the wrong door don't need to leave, meals are still provided. Applause and laughter started below the stage. My heart suddenly relaxed. He was still the same as before, very reassuring. Ethan followed the MC's arrangements, proficient as if not his first time. In the name-changing segment, grandmother shakily pulled our hands together. Ethan generously called, "Grandma." The old lady muttered, right, that's it." When it came to the bride's side, Ethan swiped his phone for a video call. The noble lady appeared on screen, seeing me like seeing a ghost, eyes wide. I sweetly called, "Mom." After settling grandmother, I sat in the hall in toasting attire, dazed. Wanted to thank Ethan, but the call went unanswered. Waking from the dream, it was so painful. Ethan was willing to act with me to reassure grandmother, I shouldn't expect too much. But why did my heart ache? Tears fell heavily on the unanswered phone screen. A panting voice came from above. It was Ethan. He seemed to have run over, forehead hair messy, eyes deep. "You like that guy that much?" I panicked and lowered my head, clumsily wiping tears. "Just average-like." Ethan's voice came from above with chill. "Is this also why you gave up on me back then?" I froze, not daring to look up. He squatted down, stubbornly wanting my answer. Thinking of back then, grievances surged. Just dated 3 days, why was I so useless, still couldn't forget after over 3 years. Held back tears surged again. Ethan panicked, softly said, "Forget it, it's all past." As if saying to me, or to himself. He stood, took off his suit jacket and draped it on me. I composed myself and thanked him, "Thank you for acting this play with me. If not for you saving the day, I might have had to have Chloe dress as a man, high risk of exposure. Ethan, I owe you a favor, if you need me in the future, just say." Ethan paused, the smile in his eyes vanished. He suddenly stepped forward and pulled me into his arms, words squeezed through teeth. "If acting, do the full set, right?" I was puzzled, then saw paparazzi photographing in the corner. Arms around his waist, voice low, "Okay, then first to your home, I'll slip away late at night." Ethan glanced at me, led me to the parking lot. 30 minutes later, I questioned, "You're home at the airport?" Ethan took out passport, honeymoon trip. The hotel gifted the long-awaited island honeymoon trip, tickets for today. Adrian and my things were packed, ready to depart after the wedding. At dispersal, staff said Adrian's things and tickets were taken, asked how to handle my suitcase. Busy arranging grandmother, I casually said give to the groom for safekeeping. Ethan looked straight at me, "Depart?" Perhaps his eyes too captivating, perhaps today's reunion too short. I hesitated, reason and emotion fiercely tugging. Ethan leaned to unbuckle my seatbelt. Grapefruit scent strongly invaded my nose. I inexplicably said, okay. Caught the last flight to the island today. Landed in Maldives. The booked hotel room was occupied, staff coordinated with Ethan to change rooms. I huddled on the sofa and turned on my phone. Chloe sent several messages. Sister-in-law, I've arrived at school. The more I think, the angrier. I blacklisted my parents and brother, never talked to them again. A blessed woman doesn't enter an unblessed door. Quickly turn the page. Sister-in-law, never forgive my brother. He doesn't deserve it. Today's groom is my cousin. I've heard his legends, 10,000 times better than my brother. You two should make it, for my sake. I really want you as sister-in-law, woo-woo, I super like you. I replied, I'll turn the page after vacation. Don't call me sister-in-law anymore, call me sister like before. First time to Ching home, just at door, heard quarrel inside. A tear-streaked girl burst out. Adrian said ignore her, she'll return after crying. He was busy soothing parents. I worried, went out to chase. Took her to amusement park for a day, the girl held me calling sister. Later knowing I was her brother's girlfriend, sister became sister-in-law. Chloe, no, you married my cousin, you're my cousin-in-law. Cousin-in-law is still in-law. You're my only in-law. I smiled, closed the chat. Casually browsed social media, strangely, no wedding photos leaked. Even the hotel official deleted my and Adrian's wedding announcement video. This farcical wedding seemed never to have existed. I pondered facing Ethan's lean back. Mobilizing resources to erase wedding traces should be trivial for him. I benefited too. Adrian could be openly erased. Back to split the company, go separate ways. Just pity my father's promised shares, when next to claim them. The checked-in standalone villa had a super large extended balcony. I spotted the large lounger on the balcony at once, eagerly lay down. Comfortable sea breeze dispersed heart's anxiety, just wanted to sleep deeply. Ethan placed sparkling water by my hand, I'm going out. Evening take you for good food. I nodded with heavy eyelids. He covered my face with sun hat, if sleepy, sleep on bed. Voice gentle, just like old him. Eyes heated, through sun hat I replied, got it. Surroundings quieted, wave sounds like white noise kissing eardrums. These 2 days fatigue slowly unloaded. I slept deeply. Unknown time later, sounds came. I groggily opened eyes. Male-female coquettish voices from next balcony. Faster, faster. Female voice charmingly shouted. Irene, look at me, you're so beautiful. Familiar male voice. Breath hitched, I quickly realized the entwined couple next door was Adrian and Irene. Damn. Irene, I love you, I'm forever yours. No, your heart is mine, your body is that woman's. No, I never with her, she's boring. Male voice intermittent, my body only reacts to you, only you. Female pleased, soft as water, Adrian quick say that phrase. Adrian forever submits to Irene. Voices louder. My clenched hand hurt more. Soon, a long sigh, air left with heavy panting. Eat 2 more. Irene, let me rest, I ate 3 times. No, we must cherish time and enjoy. Good, I'll get the medicine. After brief quiet, male voice suddenly loud, cousin? Above came indifferent I removed sun hat, Ethan at balcony door nodded to next door. Adrian respectful, what a coincidence, vacation? Ethan glanced at me, faintly said, honeymoon. Ah yes, saw in family group someone said you married. How no photos or videos? Cousin hid so deep, married a big star? Ethan scoffed, I didn't hide at all. Adrian to balcony edge, seemed to lean over, is sister-in-law here? Greet her. I subconsciously turned face to dodge. Next time, when she's ready. Ethan lifted chin. Opposite chuckled twice, then wait for your contact. Words ended, Adrian wisely returned to room. I slowly sat up, rubbed eyes, wanted to cover face. If you dare cry, I'll throw you in sea to feed fish. Ethan coldly looked at me. This air's so dirty, I need to spray disinfectant. Pretending not to hear, I quickly flashed into bathroom. Looked at myself in mirror. Didn't want to cry, wanted to laugh. Still had a shred of hope for him. Thinking amicable split. Not skinning him twice, sorry for being treated as fool. I called assistant, sell all shares under my name. Yes, all. Originally planned post-wedding transfer shares to Adrian as dowry. Now, my shares are mine, his should be my mental damages. Disinfectant not sprayed. Ethan changed villa. If not too late, suspect he wanted hotel change. Dinner delivered to villa dining, I changed to pajamas, sat opposite Ethan. He changed clothes too, but still suit. This set made him extremely steady, exuding mature man's charm. Candlelight danced on his hand, distinct knuckles, fingers held cutlery, methodically cutting steak. Sylvia. I snapped back. Ethan sent steak to my plate, focus on eating, nothing on my face. Thoughts jumped to lab years ago. Writing papers, always felt someone watching. Eyes everywhere, scanned around, gaze attracted to Ethan on right. Superior brow bone, slightly red lips, protruding Adam's apple, distinct knuckles, hand turning pages. Suddenly felt this aloof senior a bit captivating. No, love brain growing. I withdrew gaze, dazedly looked at front glass. Then, on reflective glass, saw Ethan's gaze. Mischief surged. Pretending calm, turned to him, senior, focus on book, no words on my face. Originally joking, but Ethan quickly blushed. Subconsciously felt I did bad, panicked, grabbed water cup, drank. Good? Ethan's voice, I snapped back. Looked down, red wine in cup unknowingly bottomed. Ethan reached to take wine glass, I have words for you. Atmosphere suddenly serious. I sat upright, waiting for him to speak, but body started heating. I recently learned my mom came to threaten you back then. Ethan eyes deep, why not tell me? I lightly lowered eyes, tell or not, we'd break up anyway. You never believed me. Sylvia, have you ever thought, even for an instant, his eye corners red, regret giving me up? I calmly thought these years, gently shook head, breath disordered, you know, my dad originally planned to leave all my mom's built business to stepmom's son, not a bit to me. I poured out heart's pain, after giving you up, I got half shares my mom left, entered management. These years I led mom's old subordinates to drive out stepmom's connections, preserved company, reclaimed mine, became capable. These, all entry tickets gained by giving you up. I indeed gained benefits. Ethan, sorry. I tugged corners of mouth, for past and now. Thank your kindness. Why marry? He ignored my refusal. Giving you up, only half shares. Married, get the other half. I bitterly smiled, no way, rule maker is my dad. Why choose Adrian? He's a decent marriage object. I helpless, also wants to marry. Having been loved, how wouldn't I know love's appearance? Adrian had little sincerity, he wanted a capable wife. I didn't care. I wanted back all my mom's shares. Air's damp salt infiltrated lungs, body unbearable. We've held the wedding, haven't we? Ethan's voice resounding. He met my gaze, don't you need to marry someone for remaining shares? Choose me. Sea breeze slightly moved his forehead hair. Handsome to dazzle. Long absent slept to natural wake. Ethan left note saying swimming, find him when awake. I leisurely did makeup, changed to little dress out. Searched half day no pool, about to ask staff. Voice behind. Yo, found here? Snapped seeing Irene exaggerated, laughing shrugging. Sylvia, you're so infatuated. She approached, even came specially for Adrian, truly devoted. Irene and I were once deskmates. When they passionately dated, I was closest to the gossip. Didn't see, you have this scheming. Marrying him thrilled to death. Visible she in great mood. Isn't Adrian thrilled too? I smiled lightly, meaningfully looking at her. Irene paused, squinted. Yes, he was exhausted last night, catching sleep. Saying deliberately pulled down one shoulder cloth. Ambiguous large red marks proved intense battle. I applauded thumbs up, NB. Literal meaning. I tested for you. She drew tone, just, okay. But for you, should suffice. I looked behind her. Ethan just out of pool, broad shoulders narrow waist, abs firm. Graceful mermaid line ended in towel. Now bare-chested backpacking towards me. I understood, man's appearance, woman's glory. Irene saw me silent, puzzled looked back. I kindly pulled up her clothes, sister, eat something good. Ethan before eyes. I extended hand coquettish, hubby hug me. Ethan puzzled, but did. Single hand hugged me away. Irene's eyes instantly like spitting fire. To shade, Ethan asked, refreshing? Refreshing. I nodded hard. Want to try more refreshing? His voice seductive. Sunlight into his eyes, sparkling. I slowly nodded. Almost same time, hand on waist tightened suddenly. Very refreshing. Midday refreshing. Midnight refreshing. Assistant called company urgently need me back to fight fire. I had to first extinguish Ethan's heart fire. Console him days long ahead. Plane just landed, Ethan's phone rang nonstop. I let him go drive first, meet at gate later. Waiting car, busy selecting phone photos, didn't notice Adrian approach. He came accusing, you not to company, ran to Maldives for me? I looked behind him, empty. Irene? Not back with you? He like footstepped, fast speech, don't think people so dirty. Irene longed to USA. I went Maldives alone. You forced me too hard. Just to relax. I know wedding matters. He came to hold hand, cousin completed wedding for me, you didn't lose face. Now even. Didn't you say I'm your only groom? Adrian mentioned past joke, vowed, wedding later find chance do again, I attend personally, fulfill your wish. If I remember right, we've broken up. I raised hand refuse, be whose groom you should, don't bother me. Sylvia, still angry? Don't mention past okay? I'm still your little groom. He approached, mouth pouted miles. Probably too much exercise, essence exhausted brain dead. I really wanted to strangle past self who thought him okay. Peripheral saw death glare. I quickly bounced away, keep 1 meter distance. Adrian still wanted forward. Black SUV short honk. Ethan down from driver, face with ghost seeing impatience. Adrian eyes lit, fawning greet, brother Ethan? Ethan straight stuffed suitcase to back, perfunctorily nodded. I insightfully sat co-pilot. Ethan heavily slammed door. Adrian on window, Sylvia, come down. I send you back. Wedding already troubled brother Ethan. Don't be unreasonable. I lazy talk, gave middle finger. Window slowly up, Adrian ouch calling, don't go, I also back, brother Ethan? Ethan single hand steer, voice eerie, decent marriage object? Ground seam, quick take me. Want move things to my home? Ethan stopped well ahead, no more joke. Convenient? I cautious, your big villa no empty room. I not ready reunite with beautiful woman. School assigned house, not villa. Ethan lazy smile, mind? Of course not, teacher Ethan. I gazed him, honored. Adrian and my wedding house near company. Big boxes packed from home not unpacked. I let movers directly move. Adrian called, bad tone, Sylvia, why not to company? Big order canceling, quick come see. Assistant told me, Irene's big order at signing suddenly half price, or cancel. Like flown duck to mouth revived, tear meat then fly. I let assistant refuse price cut. What use me see, cancel then cancel, no loss. No. Thisly family order, lose money also do. I speechless rolled eyes, saw mover lift box, quick, master, please lighter, inside electronics. What you doing? Moving. Adrian silent. Need threaten me like this? His voice only anxious, register with you not enough? Who wants register with you, bad luck. I hung. Adrian called again, I direct blacklist. Ethan picked me with grapefruit leaves, pretended sweep my body. I suspect you hinting. Ethan pulled me, I'm explicit. My clothes into his wardrobe. Black, white, gray in row, extremely harmonious. Need go your home get household book? I took fruit he handed. After graduation I moved household from home, now own book. Ethan casual. I bit blueberry ask, why? He leaned door frame faintly smile, waiting this day. Tomorrow Monday, Sylvia, no more escape. Monday. Home saw Adrian tea with dad. Stepmom held household book, yo, Sylvia back. Adrian waiting register. Adrian stood, smiling, just saying call you. Why not? I arms folded amused looked him. Adrian stiff smile, don't fuss baby, here to pick you to civil bureau. Baby word made me nauseous want vomit. You two quarreled? Stepmom happy face, young couple bed head fight bed tail reconcile. I not bed head fight him. I extended hand, household book to me. Stepmom glanced dad, resentful, Daniel, your daughter backed different. I lazy listen, direct snatched book into bag. Adrian energized, thanks mom. Dad, you said, mom's other half shares my dowry. I faced leisurely dad. Dad looked up, get marriage cert first. Adrian joyfully pulled hand, Sylvia, go, now get cert. I not get with you. I shook off, entangle more I report police. Then with who? Adrian persistent. With your dad. I turned out. Elder brother like father, why not? Sylvia. Adrian followed elevator, how to appease? I'm already so humble, what more? My parents call you not answer, too much? They treat you own daughter, you know basic respect. These I can forget. Adrian stared, I'll help get remaining shares, achieve your wish. Prenup I drafted. This share's fully yours, not joint. This originally my shares. I anger laughed, fully mine alone. Adrian low laugh, a secret about me and your parents, want hear? Get cert then tell. Cert got. Say. Ethan arms crossed, what secret with my father-in-law? Adrian obviously not accept I Ethan cert. You. I. Not say we go, hurry see parents. Ethan no patience. Your dad let us cert first, then transfer shares. Mean shares couple joint, I half. Adrian guilty, I signed transfer with your dad, within 3 years I transfer my half to your brother. When? I clenched palm. Before we confirm dating. If I not agree, they not let you with me. Adrian found contract eversion, pushed to me. Sylvia, to be with you, I willing give those shares. Your family quagmire, no one sincere to you. But I different. From start, I no covet your things. I want you person. Ethan coughed, think I'm dead? You mean, transfer my shares to others, then say for me? I held anger, Adrian, don't so shameless. After marry, your shares also my half? My shares your half. Adrian anxious, to marry you, I willing give. Asked if I willing? I'll compensate with my shares. He moved himself, you take all okay. Ethan impatient sighed, interrupted Adrian's affection. No transfer contract, your dad won't transfer shares. Adrian certain, only marry me, you reclaim your shares. I shook with anger. So many shameless, all met by me. Ethan soothed, reclaim your things, no need outsider consent. Brother Ethan, you underestimate Fong family means. Adrian somewhat smug. Ethan glanced. Don't worry our family affairs. Please leave. Also, no more confess to my wife. Dad with magnifier looked cert. Ethan. President? Dad's eyes almost glowed. Dad, now family. Call me Ethan. Ethan respectful shook with Dad. Not dreaming? Dad full smile, married Sylvia is you? Ethan pulled my hand, yes. Our family in-laws with Chin Group? Dad looked stepmom, excited like monkey. Stepmom focused cert details, must prove fake. Saw cert, shares when transfer? I just want quick end. Dad suddenly cold, looked outside Adrian. You said I marry, now specify who. I stared old fox eyes, or, dissatisfied Ethan? Ethan cooperated looked Dad. No, absolutely not. Dad hastily denied, in-laws with Chin Group are climb, no dissatisfaction. I now let assistant prepare procedures. Faster better. Dad afraid neglect, eager to room find phone. Adrian at door shouted, Ethan not work at Chin Group. Ethan looked out, raised brow, your worry? Casually closed door, continue act obedient son-in-law. Scene female parents, time male parents. Beautiful woman still beautiful, still love sofa center. Silent abroad. Silent start business. Silent marry? Ethan faced mom's roar, calm, when you threatened Sylvia, also silent. If still obsessed, roll out. Future you with Ching family, group, no relation. Mom, Ethan helpless, from kindergarten, you repeated this. Or look well, I long rolled from home. So, no more meddle my life. Ethan. Woman suddenly stood, hair messy. Ethan accustomed, unruffled. Sylvia, remember last see you woo-woo cried like momless child. She shifted fire, attacked me. These years hate me dead? Willing bow to me, be loving family? She leisurely blew nails, intent boost aura. Ethan gripped hand, seeming past strength. I curved mouth, of course willing family with you. Mom. Woman paused, mocked, this mom you really call? Just title. I call stepmom smoothly. I smiling answered. In my home spears arrows environment, sensitive skin long cultivated iron wall. Woman's glaring eyes still good looking as before. Pity Ethan pulled me leave, otherwise I want see more. Now me, can directly face her. Sylvia. Ethan stopped, looked up sky sunset clouds. Are we really together? I touched pearl necklace, truer than pearls, Ethan. First met Ethan at playground. I liked after evening study run there. Then few people dark, cry no one see. That day especially miss mom, crying ran laps. Then hugged tree vomit. Met similarly cry to dry heave Ethan. Eyes met, both teary. Ethan suddenly said pocket necklace gone. He teary, that's grandma's last thing to me. I enthusiastic, accompanied carpet search. Laps, playground people gradually left only us. Moonlight serene. I finally found glossy pearl necklace under steps. Classmate, found your thing. Ethan incredulous ran, really? I put necklace in his palm, truer than pearls. Second meet, he grad senior subbing teacher. Classmate Sylvia, want join project group? Ethan and I held small wedding at grandma's nursing home. Chloe again took leave attend, whole venue crazy play, extremely happy. Banquet end, Adrian called. Sylvia. Why sell shares? Weren't shares agreed transfer to me? Good mood slightly affected, I not indulge, big bro, I said transfer to legal husband. Are you? Opposite silent. Sylvia, why change heart so fast? I remember you took money, said partner startup. You said admire me, think me nice. Forgot these? Startup then, because I had grandma's dowry money. Didn't want dad take. Whether knew you or not, I'd start company. Started then started. Company under us ran so well. But now, all halted, my shares worthless. Opposite anxious, can for past affection return save company? Save me too. Can't. I got all mom's shares. I light laugh, I go back clean house. Sylvia. I could imagine Adrian frowning. You first meet cousin Mary, to no understand. Your marriage not last. Sylvia, I can wait, let you know who deep affection. I'm not Irene, no recycle trash habit. I hung. Sister-in-law, my real bro may not marry. Chloe leaned, eyes ambiguous. She showed gossip news, exposing some rich girl's submission gate. Open recording, girl with sweet voice talked her 1,000 conquest history. Side asked worst experience which. She said first boyfriend first taste forbidden fruit. Experience quite bad, led to years grudge. Later, with inclusive mood specially back experienced few times. Unexpected still useless. Then short, years later no growth. Busybody Doug girl and her first boyfriend. Girl's face full mosaic, first boyfriend's mosaic perfunctory on hair, face full exposed. Also short sneak video circulated. Male-female leads on balcony dynamic sunbath. Comments buzzed, female expression usually because male incapable. This male same as wedding photo. But bride not female lead. Doug date, this time groom should stage, not outdoor balcony. Betray sincere deserve punishment. My bro deserves. Chloe justice face. I smiled, long relieved. Time precious, give to bad people bad things unworthy. I leave all to loved ones. Not far, Ethan chatting with little old lady, both beaming. Lucky as me, got truest happiness. Truer than pearls.